Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Ra'ar, Kakadash, double honors to the apostle from Great Millstone for teaching us the truth among other things. Shalom to the Sir, I came across the world, pushing the truth and saying the hopeful elect to come. So I want to do a lesson about this, what's happening right now in Suriname. The people are fed up there right now at this moment, and they've been fed up with the situation, what's been going on, because now they are living in their own land and they are not controlling their own land. So the government is oppressing them and putting them in certain situations that they cannot get out, because the inflation there right now at this moment is very hard. Because we speak to the brothers of Suriname and we know the conditions where they in. Like, it's very hard to the monthly pay what they get, and comparing to what Holland get is shameful, man. They ain't get shit, man. 100 euro is like, for them is like the whole month they can pay their rent. While when we have here 100 euros, we can do nothing with it, man. You cannot pay your electricity bill, can do nothing with it. But for them, it's very hard, man. So this article is from the Parool. Police closed down Paramaribo after storming Suriname parliament. Paramaribo was closed on Friday evening, the local time, by order of the police after the parliament was stormed early in the day. So this thing also happened in Peru. It happened in America. It happened on Venezuela, I thought also. Basically it happens everywhere right now, man. There was another place where it happened. I forgot. But the people are storming in, man. Police after the parliament was stormed early in the day. Suriname President Chan Santokhi warned on TV of incidents in various districts and neighborhoods and said that the army and police have been called in. There is a curfew. Demonstrators during the protest against the government on Independence Square in Paramaribo. The demonstration began into a chaotic situation. The Surinamese authority are called and shops to remain closed on Saturday as well. The city center is only accessible to local traffic. A protest outside Parliament turned into riots on Friday, after which a group of demonstrators managed to storm the government building. President Chan Santokhi condemns this and says he will do everything possible to protect Democrats' institutes. Police used tear gas and fire shots. During the storming of the parliament, windows were broken and the lobby was damaged. In a statement, the Surinamese government stated that it disapproved of the unrest in the most serious terms. Buildings and spaces of the House of Democracy have been reported to have been violated, invading, causing destruction. Vigorous actions will be taken against those who instructed, carried out, and caused these attacks. At least 50 people have been arrested and 20 others injured after the fire riots. Several Chinese entrepreneurs and workers attacked during the looting. So because you have a lot of Chinese people there living and owning shops, and this is also in the Caribbean. The shops that you mainly see is from Chinese people, and in Suriname I also think it's a lot of people of India also there living and open up shops when their own people cannot open shops. Because when they open shops, it will go out of order, man. It will go out of business. Here you get other people, other nations come to your land and open up shops in your land and doing well, while you being in hunger and in a thirst can do nothing. Because yeah, of course we are under the curses, but it's crazy if you think about another people from another country coming in your land, eating your stuff, man, doing everything what you supposed to do, harvest and planting your vegetables, planting your fruits, making a business out of it. And here they come and doing all the works and hire you to do it while they get the fully money. That's crazy, man. So several Chinese entrepreneurs and workers were attacked during the looting, sustaining injuries. According to the Surnames media, journalists were hindered from doing their job during the actions. Cameras were smashed, and several journalists were told they were cowardly after retreating to a safe distance when the police fired tear gas. Thousands of people protested in Paramaribo on Friday. A large part of the Sudanese population is dissatisfied with Santoki police and the economy crisis that Suriname is facing. For example, inflation is over 54%, and the country has a large national debt. The government has recently taken several austerity measures. Last week, the price of fuel, gas, bottle, and internet were again sharply increased. So everything is, when they are already in debt, like 45%, 54% they are already in over inflation, man, and they are in debt, and still they are rising up prices. The brothers where we speaking, sometimes we are speaking with them and try to help them, but it is crazy how they need to get by, man. And this is things what is going to happen, man. So when you thinking you right now you living comfortable and having everything, if you in this truth, you gotta think about what you're gonna lose, man. You're gonna lose everything for the truth. You're gonna get in this condition, because when the time comes when they're gonna want to put the not the jab but the MOTB, when they want to push that, you cannot go to the shops anymore, man. You gotta understand, if you don't have it, you can do nothing, man. You cannot buy, you cannot do nothing, man. So with the situation when they are getting, this is an example, man. We already meditated upon that, like, oh, okay, that's what is going to happen. Now let's talk to them, how they get by, how they do the things, what they need to do. So right now we are studying also and meditated upon this, so we can build our spirit up stronger for the things what is going to happen, man. Santoki took over power from Desi Bouterse in 2020 in the former Dutch colony in South America, with a population of over 600,000. Santoki inherited from the former army chief a country with an empty state treasury, which is in deep crisis. Corona has further worsened the situation. And this is the Amaleks what are pushing this all over the countries, man. The so-called the pandemic what we had, a lot of businesses went broke, man, because the first lockdown what we had. So then they closed and they reopened and they changed, paint everything, invest a lot of money so they can start over again new. And then the government opened everything and then they shut it down the second time. So all they invested in the money what they have on the savings what they had on the bank was putting back in the stores, man. So when the second time came, the government shut it down again. So all their savings were already in the store. But if you have no money coming in, then what is going to happen? Your savings is gone. So you're going back to a broke state, man. So a lot of businesses fell for the trick of Amalek, and they went down, man, bankrupt. And this is what you're seeing also, like what they said in Suriname. When the lockdown came, they went real bad in debt because everything you're already in debt, and if you cannot make sure money comes in, then you're going further in the debt because the bills are stacking up, man. Chan Leaf protesters shouted early this week the smallest Surinamese government party left the government coalition out of dissatisfaction. Riot. The protest started peacefully on Independence Square in the city on Friday, but then degenerated into riots later in the day. Some of the demonstrators moved to the center of Paramaribo. Shops were looted there. One of the looters is said to have been shot in the leg by police. Gas stations and shops were raided elsewhere in the city. Images from the Surinamese news city Waterkant shows how a man tries to set fire to a truck full of soldiers. So I will post this article in the chat so you can see the videos what they're showing, and you see it all over internet. You can see a lot of things what is going on, and this is the same thing what happened with Peru, and because Peru also went a long time with this, and the media ain't posting that, so they try to hide it. And even you have in Nigeria, when what they are doing with the banks, they're closing up the banks so that people cannot go to the ATM and take out the money, and the people are starting to riot and getting mad, so they put the banks on fire. But the media ain't pushing that. But if you find it and you type it in YouTube, Nigeria burning banks, you see the same thing. So I have a couple of scriptures that I want to read. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Because what is happening right now, the people are getting oppressed, right? And this is the same condition where we are right now, because we are following the Yahweh Basham Yahushai, the rules of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, keeping the law, statute, commandment as the best way we can do. But living in a society where it's not possible to do everything according to Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So, and living under their condition and need to go to the plantation every day and need to set your alarm. All these things is not what in the condition where we're supposed to be right now, man. We should be in a condition being free, man, and following Yahweh Basham Yahushai. But oppression maketh a wise man mad. Because what Amalek is doing, he is oppressing you to you cannot. He's trying to trick you in a corner so you cannot get out. And here we are fighting every corner that he's tried to put us in. We find a new door through Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Every time he's trying to do, we believe and meditate upon things and let the Spirit guide us, man. that Yahweh Basham Yahshua will guide us out of certain situations, man. But it will get you mad, man, what is happening here right now. Here you have a lot other nations try to rule over you, man, and oppress you in your own land. Oppressing your family, your children cannot play outside. Nothing you can do, man. Going outside, you gotta watch your back, man. But this is Amalek, man. That's why he is the one that you have the people that are fleeing from Ukraine to different countries. You have people from Africa coming to Europe. This Amalek, he is the one that is making it, paying the people to bring the people over here and oppressing more, putting more pressure on the people that's already in the lands. When you have, like here in Holland, they say all years they've been saying it is full, but Holland is not full, but they're saying it's full. So the people are getting mad, and then they see the immigrants coming, taking everything over, houses and jobs, and then they get mad. Then they get mad about they losing their jobs, losing their houses. But here behind the scene is Amalek is pushing these things. What again? Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppressors make it a wise man mad. Because now you're getting mad. And if the government can step in and say, like, hey, yo, if you don't own nothing, you will be happy because you get everything from us. We make sure that everything will be good. We make sure you get your payment. We make sure you have your car. Don't worry, we got you. That's what the government want to do with you. Only trick you. So let me go to Deuteronomy. Let me get this one. Deuteronomy 28 and 33. 32. Thy sons God, 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thy eyes shall look and fell with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine shall be no might in thine hand. 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed alway, so that thou shalt be mad for the sign of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. So you getting oppressed in your own land. They are eating your food. They letting you work for them. While they laughing in your face, eating your food, you are not living your life. You're being oppressed. That's why the people are right now are fed up with the government, the parliament, the Suriname, man. This is what is happening right now, man. The people are fed up with the situation. They cannot take it anymore. There's a lot of stress what the government has put upon them. And they have no way to get out of a certain situation because, you're already in debt and you're going further and further. Your children are begging to eat, wanting to eat, cannot go nowhere, cannot pay their schools. The government is oppressing them, man. And it's Amalek behind this whole thing, man. People are always pointing out to the government, but the government's only puppets, man. You gotta watch on the main channel. You see from GMS Holland. You see who is Amalek. You gotta watch that documentary, man. It's on BitChute. And then you see why the Most High is also mad with the wicked every day, man. So Deuteronomy 28 and 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and falling of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Yeah, man. This is what's happening with the people, man. They've been oppressed, man, in their own land. That's why you have this riots, man. I will put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So with that, shalom.